Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I make my beef enchiladas. They are so good. It is one of the easiest things I've ever made. So first I'm going to preheat my oven. Put it to 375. I ended up buying 90 lean, 10% fat beef at the grocery store. This is just a little bit over a pound. I think it's actually 1.2 pounds or something like that. So I'm going to put that in there. We don't want that. This I actually put in my sink underneath my strainer so that when I drain the beef once it's cooked, it doesn't go down into my drains. I have my strainer in the sink already and I put that little styrofoam tray underneath there, and I have some napkins that I had already used that I put under there as well. Also, I don't know what this is called, but this is one of the best things I've ever used to cook ground beef. So I'm just going to smash this up. And ground beef cooks relatively fast. If you don't like red meat, you could always use ground chicken, ground turkey, anything you like. We like red meat in our enchiladas, so. Okay. So while this is cooking, I'm gonna show you the tortillas that I use. So I bought these. They are Carb Balance Mission tortillas. There's 4 net carbs per serving. You're gonna see back here, 70 calories per tortilla. Me personally, I eat 2 full tortillas with this meal. So that is what, 8 net carbs just in tortillas alone. My favorite thing to do while thinking about what I'm gonna eat during the day is to pick which meal I want to spend most of my macros on. So tonight I knew that we were having enchiladas. So me personally, I track my macros. I use the Carb Manager app. I believe I have a previous video talking about that. If you want to know more about that, go ahead and look at that video, or you can leave me a comment and I can talk to you about it as well. Macro-wise, these are really great. There's only 70 calories per 3 grams of fat and 4 net carbs. So like I said, I eat 2 of them. I try to stay under 20 net carbs a day. Spending 4 net carbs on tortillas alone, I can personally afford that. Now I'm going to talk to you guys about the enchilada sauce that I'm using. So this is just Old El Paso red enchilada sauce. Super easy. I got mild flavor. I didn't want it to be too spicy because I add a few spices of my own. Per 1/4 cup is 20 calories, 4 carbs. So I know it's not carb conscious, but like I said earlier, if you think in the morning of what you're going to have for your biggest meal, so I needed to make sure that throughout the day I was being conscious with what I was eating. And for my cheese, usually I will buy an 8-ounce pre-made bag of Mexican blend cheese or taco cheese, whatever it's called at your store. I forgot to grab that, so I just made a mixture of shredded cheddar, mozzarella, and I put a little bit of Parmesan in there. These are the spices I'm going to put in the beef before I add my sauce to it. I just have regular garlic powder. I'm going to put a little bit of crushed red pepper. Like I said, I bought the mild flavor sauce and not medium or hot. And then just a little bit of onion powder. I'm going to take this, drain it in my strainer, and then put it back in the pan. Take this, add it back in. First I'm going to sprinkle my seasonings onto the meat. Some garlic powder. Powder. And pepper flakes. When you pour this sauce into the meat, you don't want to put a whole lot because this whole can, 19-ounce can, so it's 1 pound, 3 ounces it says. And I'm only going to put, I don't know, maybe half a cup, that was, in there. Mix it all up, and I believe I've said this in a previous video before. When you add sauce or spices or add anything into a recipe, always add little by little, because if you want more, you can always add more, but you can't take away. So I already know I'm gonna have to add a little bit more into here. You just don't want to oversaturate the beef. Yeah, that's good. So the heat is on medium on the stove just to let the sauce and the meat, spices all kind of sit together for a second. Now we're gonna move to setting up our pan. So I don't know what size pan this is. It says 2.75 quarts. This is the perfect size pan for this whole entire recipe. This package of tortillas has 8, and I'm gonna use all 8. So with the same can, I'm just gonna do a little strip of sauce on the bottom, and then you're just going to make sure that it's all spread out evenly, and I want a little bit more than that. Again, you just wrap the tray like this. This way, you don't need any nonstick spray, you don't need anything like that because the bottom of your pan is already coated with enchilada sauce. So now we're going to start assembling the enchiladas. So I'm going to assemble all of these on this cutting board here. Take one tortilla. So I'm just going to stir this up. I'm gonna do probably 2 spoonfuls. I don't know how much this is. Maybe more. Cheese. You want to put some cheese inside the enchilada. That's my personal secret. Because you can never have too much cheese. I firmly believe that. So then we're going to fold it over, pull it tight, and then continue to roll a couple times. So this is the first one. I always do the open end on the bottom, which I'm sure everybody does, but just to make sure. You put it in there, and then we just keep going. Same step 7 more times. As you can see here, while I'm putting my rolled enchiladas in this pan, I'm kind of squishing them all to one side because I want to make sure that they all fit. Okay, now I'm going to pour the rest of the red sauce on top of the enchiladas. Just try to distribute it as evenly as you can. Save a little bit, and the one thing that's super important that you do is take a spatula or a spoon or something and first spread it out. And then you're going to take your spatula and push on all of the edges because you want that sauce to get down on all 4 sides of your pan, because if it doesn't, the tortillas are going to bake and they're going to get crunchy on the ends, and any enchilada I've ever had, never crunchy. You want it like saturated in the sauce as much as possible to get that full enchilada effect. Now I'm going to take the rest of my cheese and sprinkle it evenly across the entire top. Lessier than I thought. This is the absolute best part. The more cheese, the better. So this is all assembled. It was so easy, probably one of the easiest meals that I ever make. Once your enchiladas are assembled, you're going to put them in the oven at 375 for 30 minutes minimum. You don't really want to go less than that because you want the tortillas to soak in the sauce and really just have all the flavors come together, because you want these enchiladas to be messy. I mean, that's just like a traditional enchilada. They're not neat. Also, you want them to be uncovered. Alright guys, enchiladas are done. It's been probably a hair over 30 minutes. So I'm going to take them out and show you what they look like. Yes. This dish is super hot, so I'm not even going to try to touch it to show you like on this camera, but this looks so good. All of this sauce comes up to the top, kind of bubbles, and the cheese is all melted. It looks incredible. I'm going to put this on my Instagram page as well so that you can see it there. And usually I top mine with sour cream only, but you can put salsa, you can put anything that you want. If you want low carb chips to like scoop up the rest of it, that would be good too. But this is all done. All I do is cut with a knife down the middle here so that I get like double the enchiladas, and then they're easier to scoop up and serve too. So that's it. It was that easy, that simple, and that is what I want to give to you guys the most. It's just simple, easy recipes with no crazy ingredients, things that are easy to get at any store. If there's anything else that you want me to show you guys, any recipes that you want me to try, let me know in the comments. Thanks again for coming back to my channel. Can't wait to cook with you again. Meanwhile, I'm gonna dig in and eat some dinner. Bye. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. That didn't go well.